Hey guys, welcome back. I have this set up for this review today. I know that this review, been waiting to do this for a while. I just got a new phone and I got a working camera now, so we can go ahead and do this review. If you remember, it's been a while. I think it was back in about September. I put this locomotive. I put up a picture of this locomotive and asked who can guess what this is, and those people would be given a shout out. So in a second I will go ahead and do that. I wrote down a list and I got a big list inside the box. First, but we have an HO scale Walthers Proto H10-44 in the Santa Fe zebra stripe paint scheme. I went ahead and installed the decoder, and I did a few custom lighting things myself that I want to show you. Other than that, I mean, very, very nice model. Let's go ahead and do a little unboxing so you can see it. Disregard the yellow paint inside the box. Luckily, none of it got on the locomotive, but on the other side of this plastic, I have some yellow paint and stuff where my bottle of yellow paint fell off the table and hit the box while it was open, but see, it hit on that side, but it didn't get on the locomotive at all. So, because actually the locomotive wasn't even in the box when that happened. But as far as packaging goes, I really like it. And I'm probably going to have to, not used to dealing with such small locomotives. Normally I'm dealing with things that are a lot bigger, so I might have to bring it up closer. And I'm definitely going to need to turn on the flashlight. This phone I really like because I can turn on and off the flashlight mid-video. The other phone you couldn't do that. But here we go. Here it is. Trying to hold this as steady as possible and get it to focus. There we go. And this one focuses a lot better too. Let's go ahead and start with the front. I can go ahead and move that closer. As for the locomotive itself, being how old it is, it's a prototype from 1943. We don't have MU hoses. We just have the one air hose right here. We do have KD metal couplers. Well, actually, I don't think they're KDs, but they're Walthers Proto Max couplers, which is basically a KD coupler, or looks just like it. But it is metal, very nice. But I went ahead and put a KD box on here because their coupler box really sucks, and as soon as you take it out, it falls apart and you can't snap it back closed like you can with the KD. So it has a KD coupler box that I put on myself, which it just works better. So you can see we have really nice shiny stripes, which is accurate. I mean, most models you see, the real things don't have such shiny stripes, but that's because they're dirty. But we do have accurate warning labels where it says keep off, and I think you can actually read that. It says the same thing here, because I mean, I'm looking at the phone and I can actually read that on the phone. It's very nicely detailed. We also have our number up here on the roof. As we come down the side of the model, you can see our door latches here. They're actually separately applied little latches, except it's missing one there. We have our one grab rail, just like a steam engine, on the side of the hood. We have our very nice fluted intake vents. And as you can see, our Santa Fe logo is blue, which is correct. It's supposed to be blue. A very nice fuel tank with the air tanks on the side. And as we come down the model, you can see the Fairbanks Moore's one chime horn, or single chime horn, and the Danger high voltage here, which I actually just read that off the side. I think I've got a little bit too much glare, but There we go. That's better. I really like being able to turn the camera on and off. Oops. Camera fell over. Or I like being able to turn the flashlight on and off. That's a very good plus. We also have our white sunshades, which is correct. We have our one antenna, which is the one basic radio antenna on the roof. And then as we come around to the back, we have our cab, which actually has a figure inside. And I added a little bit of detail because you can see inside the cab so well. I went ahead and added a little bit of detail, which I don't think we'll be able to see, but I'm good. Here's the one air hose again. We also have our coupler levers. I did not see that on the front, but it does have them on the front. I don't know why I didn't say it. I really like the handrails. I think they look really, really nice. Let me go ahead and turn the flashlight back on and see if that gives us a better picture. There we go. We also have our windshield wipers. I really like that they actually have this one sitting on an angle. We have our number 500 way up here in the corner. And we have our headlight. We have our two figures in the cab. And you can see this hole up in the roof. That is a added light that will be a cab light that I will show you when I turn it on. That does not come from the factory like that. I did that myself, which I basically just popped the cab interior out, drilled a hole right there, glued a light in there, and stuck it back up in the cab. Very, very easy, simple. Other than that, let me see if I can get into the cab. You can see that red spot right there. I would point to it, but I'm using my hand to hold the camera. That red spot right there. That is my fire extinguisher that I added in there. Again, that's one of my own creations. That's not something that actually came in there like that. But that's just something I decided I would add myself just because I liked it. I'm going to go ahead and turn off the lights and we can go over lighting after I do the roof. I almost forgot to do the roof. So, it's in the roof. We have a bump here. I'm not sure exactly what the bump is. It might be another antenna. Hold on a second, I think. There we go. We have our radio antenna here. We have our two exhaust stacks and our very nicely detailed fan. I really, really like that fan. I think it looks really good. And I'll go ahead and go over the other side, but the other side looks exactly the same. I mean, there really is no difference, other than there's no horn and there is no sunshade over here. But other than that, there is no difference on this side. Go back around to this side again, and hopefully from right here we can see into the cab. So let me turn off the lights, and I gotta go sit over by the Zephyr. And you can see my cab light that I installed. Not exactly very bright. It's just a 1.5 volt bulb, but it accurately shows how the cab is lit up. That's how they really light up on the real thing. And you can see the person on the inside, and I think it lights it up pretty well. I mean, it looks cool after dark. I mean, in the night, I think it makes it look really cool. So, other than that, I'm going to go over the headlights and stuff. First, I want to show you a picture from the side, because when I turn the headlight on, you're going to see the number board light up. The number board actually looks really nice. I really kind of like how they did it. I mean, it looks really good. I mean, it's part of the headlight. It's not its own light function. But there is the number board. It's really bright. It's not going to focus into where you can read it, but that is the number board. But other than that, we'll move to the headlight, which is also very, very bright. Which I really like how Walthers has these LEDs. They look really, really good. I mean, especially head on. It is a extremely bright light. And then we'll come around to the back, and I will turn on the reverse light. It will be just above the cab interior light. And it is also very bright, and it actually lights up the cab interior itself a little bit too, but not near as much as my actual cab light. But you can see, I mean, I'm actually getting a little bit of glare from the window, but this would be the roof here. And it actually lights up the underside of the roof too. But, I mean, very, very nice model. Next we'll go ahead and weigh it, because switchers, it's very important that switchers weigh a good bit. So, we're going to take it over to the scale so we can see how much it weighs. And then I'll actually give it a little bit of a test. I'll hook it up to the train cars and show you how much it can pull. Alright, so it weighs 267 grams, which is not very heavy at all, but heavy for what it is. I'll compare it to another switcher in a second. And 0.588 pounds. Now let me go grab my SW1 and show you how much another switcher would weigh. Here's the SW1, which I'll do a review of it too. It weighs 582 and 264. So I mean, not, you know, it's not that much lighter than the SW1. It's actually a little bit heavier than the SW1, and that's good, you know, to be a fairly heavy model. I mean, it's definitely not as heavy as the Carry H10-44. My guy in my train club has a Carry shell on his, he has a Carry shell H10-44, which is very heavy, but that's because the entire shell is die cast. Now, I think the only thing left here is to run it, so I'll have it back up and hook up to some cars. But first I want to run it really slow in front of the camera so you can see just how nicely it operates. So, I'm going to run it as slow as I can get it to go. I'm going to have to slide it backwards a little bit. But that's about as slow as I can get it to go right there. That's because I'm using the Zephyr. I can't give you an exact one speed step, but that's about one speed step right there. Which that's about 2 scale miles an hour, I would say, maybe a little bit faster. But it's very, very smooth runner. So I'm going to go ahead and back it up and get some cars so that we can hopefully it will hook up to those cars like it should. And I can show you it pulling a pretty decent load. Now see that? What just happened there is something that every switcher has to be able to do. It has to be able to operate and perform perfectly, because I hooked up to those cars without even moving the cars. But I know it coupled because I just looked at it. But I didn't even touch the cars. Now this is about as much as it'll be able to pull right here. I mean, this is maxed out. But this is still a pretty good sized load for how small the locomotive is. Oops, sorry about that. I'm gonna have to back it up. I forgot to throw the switch and it went into the yard. So you'll see, I mean, it's a pretty fair amount of cars for how small the locomotive is. And I mean, it won't pull much more than this, but it's a switcher. It's not actually meant to pull full-size trains, nor even really go this speed. So, but It's a very, very nice model. I really, really like it. And, you know, for what it is, it's very good. It cost me 165 bucks, I think. Might have been more. I think it was actually, yeah, it was 170 actually. Very, very nice model. And I almost forgot the last part that I was saving up to do here. It actually came with some detail parts too that I have not installed yet. But it came with some of the Fairbanks Moores logos and such in this bag. But Santa Fe actually did not have them on there. So, don't really need to worry about putting them on. But, once the locomotive gets back around here, I'm going to stop it. And I'll go ahead and give the shout out call. I almost forgot, but I got my list right there. Alright. So, the people who guessed what it is correctly, I went ahead and contacted them and had them give me their YouTube channel. We have Mike Barnhill of Tacoma Mike 2005 YouTube. That's his YouTube channel name. We have Buddy Victorino, and his YouTube channel name is his name, Buddy Victorino. Aaron Adams, same deal with him. His name on YouTube is Aaron Adams. Kevin Smith of the Colorado Joint Line. He's currently he's redone his name since I wrote this down, but it should be HO Scale Trains and Colorado Joint Line, something like that. I really, really like his reviews. So if you're watching, you know, man, you do really good videos in general. You model about the same things I do, or I know you do a lot of modeling, but you model an era that I model as well that I really like, and I just love seeing your models, man. Next one, Doug Haley. His YouTube channel is also his name, Doug Haley. We have Patrick Carroll, Southern 630, and we have my buddy Harry M. Haythorne. His YouTube channel name is also Harry M. Haythorne. So that's all the people that guessed it right. There's your shout out. Not very many people got it right. I mean, I think I actually got like 30 people that guessed. And say it's not a very common locomotive, and to get it right is, you know, shows that you know your stuff if you know what this is. So thanks for watching, guys. That about wraps this video up. You know, I haven't done a video in a while, so but I do plan on getting more out now that I have a new phone and everything is working correctly. So thanks for watching, guys. I should have more videos up. I'm getting a few videos today, so thanks for watching, guys.